Hey everyone, welcome back to the Nascar 2004 Championship Mode for race 15 of 36. We're heading to Michigan today. Filming this race a little bit earlier than normal because I have a busy work schedule coming up this week. But you guys don't need to worry about that because I'm filming this race on Monday and this will be out on Friday. Normal schedule anyway, so it's not going to bother you guys. Anyway, last week at Rockingham was really challenging. We were struggling to get up to the field, and then we had a pit stop, or I got into Matt Kenseth before green flag pit stops. And then my car stopped after the pit stop for about a second. I was mad about that. And then me and Michael Waltrip got into it a couple times during the race. It all started after the green flag pit stops. And then, yeah, I think Michael Waltrip cost me to have a shot at another top 10 finish. I still recovered to get 12th, but I feel like if that incident didn't happen, I feel like I could have had a much better finish. But oh well, it is what it is. Jeff Gordon, however, finished great, and because of that, I lost 48 points. I came into Rockingham with a 181-point lead, and now I have 133 points. So 48 points I lost to Rockingham, with him finishing second and leading some laps, and me finishing 12th. And Tony Stewart, who won last week, is third in points now. So, yeah, it is what it is. We don't need to worry about that. Matt Kenseth is our only rival. Again, that happened last week. And then we already know about that. Page game, we're going with the primary car. And, yeah, without further ado, we're going to jump straight into the race since I'm going to start with default setup. And let's jump straight into the Motor City. And hopefully, we end that losing streak.
MRN is coming to you live from Michigan International Speedway for today's Sirius 400. What can we expect in this race, Barney?
Michigan is wide with plenty of banking in the turns. You can get three wide pretty easily here. That always makes for some exciting race action.
Yes, sir.
Dale Earnhardt is our NASCAR Winston Cup points leader coming into this race.
You know, if I was him, I wouldn't even think about the points. I'd just try to stay focused on getting the best finish I can. After all, consistency is what wins championships.
Not anymore. I'm glad they didn't mention the concept between me, Mike, and Matt Kenseth. And of course, Jeff Gordon, second in points, is on pole along with Boob Labooty, who won the 600. Here we go, Michigan. Alright, we are underway here in Michigan, and of course Jeff Gordon's on the pole. The guy at second in points. He gained a lot of points on me last week at Rockingham with, again, me finishing 12th and him finishing second. Like I said, last week I felt like I could have had a top 10 finish if Michael Waltrip didn't screw me over during the green flag pit stop, but you know, it is what it is. For what I did in practice, we had a great race car here. I feel like our losing streak could end today, or at least I hope it does. Or at least get back in the winner's circle. But again, all that matters is us trying to get some good finishes. Again, consistency mattered back then, but we're going to complete the first lap here in Michigan. Yeah, so far the car's handling great. For what I did in practice, they tend to pit really early, around lap 7. That's early for most races. Oh, slid up the racetrack. But yeah, for what I did in practice, they pit on lap 7, and for what I was doing in practice, I was pitting around lap 9. And the other guys don't pit till lap 10. I feel like pitting early is way more beneficial here because I'll be able to get on and off pit road efficiently. Hopefully. In the 3 and 4, I have caught the back of the field here, and now we're going to have a lot of power down the front straightaway. Our lead Chase Montgomery here and a couple other guys. Here comes our speed. I believe it's David Green trying to slow me up, but not good enough. Whoa, we're drifting in the corner. We're all good. We're up to 41st. And, oh, we're going to slap the racetrack. Oh, car on the bottom, we're good. Thought Brett but I got on the wall, but we're good. Look at Chris Filipoli blocking me for literally no reason. He knows I got a fast race car. Apparently he wants to slow me up, but it's not going to slow me up enough. I really don't want to pass him on the outside, oh boy. I was about to say, I really don't want to make pass on the outside. But we're okay. We're in 40th right now. We're in the preferred lane. 4 laps in. The car's handling great. We tend to have a really good long run car for YJ Press. Hermie got loose up there. So sliding out the race from behind. Here we come. Big Robert turn 2. Brett but I believe got on the wall a little bit. As I'm going to try to make it 4 wide entering turn 3. Here we go. Oh! Not the best contact. Me trying to go 4 wide. And up to 34th at Michigan. Down the back straightaway now. I have caught Ken Schrader for 33rd. Here we go on turn the booty. Going to try to make it 3 wide here on him and Kenny Wallace for 31st place. Oh, sliding in the corner a little bit. Oh, got into Terry a little bit. We're trying to pass him on the high side here. And we're going to make it work. We're getting a lot of speed on the front straightaway for 30th now. And we should expect him to pay. Again, Jeff Gordon is up there, so I want to try to get up there as quickly as I can. And hopefully end that losing streak. They should be paying here. I'm going to slide the racetrack. They should be paying here. We're going to find out here. And I think Joe Nemechek's going to pay. I'm not sure unless he's looking underneath me, but they should be paying here. They're paying this early in practice. Let's find out here. And there they go down pit road. And like I said, we're going to pin on lap 9. Look at Kamikaze trying to block me. And squeeze to the inside Penny here as I caught this little pack. This is around half the field. This is for 19th. Oh no! We're good. Didn't mean to do that. We're okay. We're still going. We're up to 22nd. Got into Michael Brutes a little bit, but we're okay. As we are now up to 22nd place. I'm literally being aggressive, kind of like what Dale used to be back in the day. Of course I'm driving this car. We're going to go to the high side of Kyle Penny here for 21st. And again, we're going to be paid next time by, so I would like to try to get as many positions. Here we come, big run down the front straight. We're going to make it 3 wide for 18th, and we're going to make the pass. Take it easy into turn 1. We got a couple guys who are exiting the pits on fresh tires. I want to get to the bottom here. I want to pit next lap. Grandpa's on my inside. Oh no. Let him get. Oh. I tried to let him get around me because I want to pit. And we're good to the bottom. Okay, we're going to brake a little bit so that way I get down pit road. And you can floor it down pit road here. I'm going to try it here. And here we go.
Number 21,
and here we go. 4 tires. Here we go, 4 tires.
Down on this end of pit row, it looks like a routine service. They're changing 4 tires. The crew's telling me it'll only be a 4-tire stop. They're also going to put in 1.5 cans of fuel. So a little strategy on this end of pit row.
Beautiful stop. Got on and off the pits efficiently. That was fantastic. And let's see what cycle out here. Into 3 and 4 pit stops are finally cycling through as I'm underneath Rusty. This is going to be for second. Jeff Gordon is leading the way. As I'm going to cycle out in second. Still battling with Rusty for second. And it looks like Dale Jr. finally made his pit stops. We are now up to second. Jeff Gordon, of course, is leading the way. And I didn't get that rival down with Matt Kenseth, so he's not mad at me anymore. But the problem is Jeff Gordon's leading the way. And he's on a little bit more fresher tires than me. But we got 5.5 laps to go. Let's see if we can run him down and end that losing streak. Oliver turn 4 now, coming to 2 laps to go. I'm closing in on Jeff Gordon. It was about second last time. I'm getting 3/10. We might have a shot at this, guys. We're not going to cut any of this. We're going to find out if I can catch him or not. We've been the fastest car near the end of the run. As we're down the back straightaway now, I've been cutting turn 4 a little bit, standing near as low as I can on the racetrack to try to catch him, but it's going to be just like the 600. It's going to come down to the last lap. If I can end that losing streak, and I messed up turn 3. Oh, somebody's pulling out. We're coming to the white flag, and we'll find out who it is here. That is Michael Waltrip, as we got 1 lap to go. I'm closing it on Jeff Gordon. I'm looking like down the back stretch we go. We're going to throw a Hail Mary here in the turns 3 and 4. Can I run him down? Off of turn 4, we're going to be just short. Jeff Gordon is going to take the win in Michigan. We're going to finish second again. What a hell of a run, though. What a third. Good run for him. So Jeff Gordon's going to gain more points on me.
Not a single caution lap was run in the whole race.
Whoa, that doesn't happen very often. It makes you pay a whole lot more for any mistakes. You don't have the cushion of yellow flags to get caught up.
Dale Earnhardt doesn't look any different than when he started this race.
You know, these NASCAR and Winston Cup race teams absolutely love drivers who take care of their cars. Makes their jobs a whole lot easier when they aren't having to spend extra hours in the body shop each week.
Unfortunately, we're out of time for now. Thanks for joining us. So long. We'll see you next week at the Devil's Canyon Speedway.
Which I never raced at before. That's going to be... We're going to find out how well we do because I never raced there. I tried to lay up early going to turn 3. Yeah, we were that close. If I had another lap... If I messed up turn 3 coming to the white flag, I felt like I had a shot at catching him, but... I tried to lay up a little early into turn 3 on the last lap to try to run him down, and of course I ran out of time. I had a lot of speed, but I just didn't mess up in the entrance to turn 3 coming to white flag. I felt like I had a shot, but... Oh well, it is what it is. We finished second, but the problem is... We're going to lose... 15 points. Because Jeff Gordon led the most laps and he gets maximum points. He got 185 points. I got 107. So, of course, we lose 15 points, but we're going to have about 110 plus point lead going into Devil's Canyon, which, like I said, I never raced that before. I've done a couple practice races already, but I never raced on camera, and that's going to change next week. And Tony Stewart will finish third, keeps getting good runs. Boob up there as well. Matt Kenseth, who I got into a week ago, finished 7th. Michael Watcher, who blown up late in the race. I got into him during green flag pit stops as well as Jimmy Johnson. But all that tends to be behind now, and we're going to keep losing points to Jeff Gordon. But the good news is we're still finishing near the front. But the problem is my competition is finishing ahead of me, gaining all those points. Alright, and like I said, next week is Devil's Canyon. We're going to be racing the desert in Arizona. And like I said, I've never raced here before. But that's going to change next week. Paint scheme, we're going with the Wrangler car. Where is it? Here it is. If you guys have any suggestions to what paint scheme you want me to race, definitely let me know. But we're going with that car. That's what I plan. Again, I'm always open for suggestions. Points, Jeff Gordon now has a 118-point lead behind me going into Devil's Canyon. And again, like I said, I lost 15 points because Jeff Gordon led the most laps and won the race. And I finished second. So, again... That's our second place finish since my win at Texas. And obviously, finishing second really sucks, but I got no rivals going into the Devil's Canyon, which that's a good thing. And the awards for Michigan, I got the fastest lap and picking... Oh, whoops. Okay, there we go. I got the fastest lap and picking up places. Of course, Jeff Gordon dominated. And... yeah, that's it for me. Next week is Devil's Canyon. At least I'm filming this race a little early so I get a lot of practice time preparing for this one. And it's an unknown, just like real life, because in real life the Cup cars are going to Mexico. And that's an unknown too. So, at least it's the same timeline. So, but anyway, but mine's going to be better because I'm racing at a fantasy track. So, anyway, at least in this game, 22 years ago, you have fantasy tracks that the Cup cars have never been to. And they're just thrown into the game just because. So, I guess Emma wants to be a part of the video. Anyways, that's it for me today, guys. I'll see you guys next week at Devil's Canyon. And it's just going to be this race. There's going to be no dirt action or whatever. It is just this race. So, at least that's good for me because I get to practice a lot for this. So anyway, I'll see you guys next week at Devil's Canyon. As always, have a good day, everyone, and take care.